Hi everyone, I'm FMGreeno and welcome along to the Greeno tour, my FM21 European journeyman save. Today is a massive episode. We've got the second leg of a Champions League game against Manchester United. We're 2-0 down after the first leg. Plus, we take on Lazio in the Rome derby. Let's get into it. As usual, we'll start with a look at our recent form. We were last together for the Coppa Italia second leg against Juventus, weren't we? Where we beat them and made it through to the final. We followed that up with a good away win at Empoli, 2-0. Pretty early goals and just saw out the rest of the game comfortably. Then Man United came into town for the first leg of our Champions League tie. They beat us 2-0. To be honest, we were a little bit lucky to come out of it just with 2-0. We had a couple of early injuries, really knocked us out of our stride. Form since then's been okay. We drew with Atalanta, they're a decent side. We drew with Monza. Yeah, that's a game we probably should have won. But we did travel to Udinese, who've been in spectacular form this season. And we beat them 1-0, a late penalty from Trincao, but it was a deserved win. This point against Sampdoria, definitely not deserved. We were woeful. We went 2-0 down before half-time, and it looked like that's how it was going to end up. But a late substitution, bringing on Andre Anderson, he scored two very late goals. You can see there in the 88th and the 91st minute. And we absolutely pinched a point there. So today, we're travelling to Old Trafford in the first game. Let's go and see how we're setting up for that. We do have a couple of injuries to contend with today. McDade, our Northern Irish striker, is out. Not sure he would have started anyway, well, with Boadu around. So Boadu is definitely starting as a striker today. At left back, our first choice is Bradaric, the Croatian. He's out too, so Armenia is going to play over there. Other than that, it's pretty much the lineup you would expect. Let's go see how we get on. Man United with a very strong side there. Erling Haaland up front, who has been an absolute thorn in my side every time we've played United. So yeah, I think it's fair to say we're travelling into this game more in hope than expectation. First highlight here starts with United at the back. Passing the ball around fairly nicely. Out to Rashford, who's in a bit of space on the left. Cutting inside. Oh, fires just over. Bit of a warning shot there. Here we go. We briefly have the ball. Here comes Haaland. He's through. Has he been brought down? I mean, it looked like it. I know it looked a bit like we'd played the ball. But I think it was man then ball. Let's just see. Yeah, penalty has been awarded. Kumbula has tripped him. Amazingly seems to have got away with that without a card. And Fernandez, as you'd expect, tucks it away. So it's 1-0 on the night, 3-0 on aggregate. We really are up against it here. Keeper went the right way, just couldn't get down quick enough, couldn't reach far enough. Looks like another opportunity here for United. A free kick from about 25 yards. Rashford to take. Oh, what a free kick that is. Goodness me. There's not much you can do against that kind of thing, is there? Although, saying that, the keeper did seem to get a hand on it. Yeah, we are not really impacting this game very much right now. And so we're approaching half-time. We have actually had one shot in the first half. Unfortunately, it wasn't on target and not highlight worthy. Oh no, we've had a second one right at the death. There we go. Okay. So we're going to get into the dressing room. I mean, what can you say? I think we're going to have to thrash our arms and tell them the performance has been absolutely dismal, extremely poor. Let's see if it fires them up for the second half at all. Instant highlight here. Here's Koulibaly on Gwene. Grice, who's picked up a yellow. Here's Koulibaly. Boadu. Oh, fires it just wide. That would have given us a glimmer of hope. We do have another highlight, though. Here's Mesquita on the ball. Oh, goodness me. Almost laid on a plate for us there. A terrible piece of defending. But as Boadu went to take the shot, they got the block in. Highlight here for Man United. Fernandes finds Haaland, a good run and a great save by Maignan. Seemed to time that run absolutely to perfection. Luckily, Maignan was up to the task. Still work to be done here, though. Corner given away. Going to be taken by Bruno Fernandes. Onguene heads it clear. Is that going to be the end of the highlight, though? It doesn't look like it. Oh, goodness me. What a ball that was. Luckily, we were on our mettle at the back. Yet another highlight here for United. Oh, goodness me. How did they not score there? Unbelievable. Right, it's definitely time to make some changes. Back in a moment. Made 2 changes out wide. Condemi and Marchi have come on in place of Mesquita and Trincao, who are both having absolutely dismal games. I think we need to demand a bit more of the team here. It's going to be too little too late, whatever happens now. I can't see us pinching 4 goals in the last, 15 minutes or so. Pretty unlikely, I'd have thought. But you never know. If we get 1, anything can happen. Here's Marchi into Boadu, and it counts. He's onside. Okay, so 15 minutes to score 3 goals now. A very rushed kick from their goalkeeper. I'm not quite sure why you'd do that in this position in the game, but Boadu timed that really well. Slots it home nicely. Not quite game on, but at least it makes it a bit more interesting, I guess. Have we got another shout in us yet? Not quite. Well, Boadu has picked up a knock here. That's a problem. We need to get him off. We don't have another striker on the bench, so we have to bring Cipolla on and swap him and Marchi around, I guess. Okay, and just about 5 minutes or so left. A little bit of encouragement for the boys. Not that they deserve it. One last highlight here. Looks like it's coming United's way. Fabio Silva. Back to Kulusevski. Ndidi, who's carrying a knock himself. Oh, we should have won the ball there. Nice to see Alex Mariba in the United lineup here. Obviously, we had him on loan at Köln for quite a while. In fact, pretty much my whole time there. So, obviously, he's made an appearance. Oh, and we've conceded another, assisted by Mariba. Gustavo Enrique puts a gloss on it for United. 3-1 on the night. 5-1 on aggregate. Not the greatest assist you'll ever see. But there we are. The Champions League campaign is drawing to a fairly ignominious close. It's a 3-1 win for United. So we have a chance to redeem ourselves after that United defeat with the City derby against Lazio. So, a few changes to the lineup again today. Max Grice is suspended after picking up too many yellow cards in the league. So Onguene is going to drop into the defence. Koulibaly moves back to the defensive midfield role. And Cipolla comes in. I did think about putting Bradaric back into the team, but he's only fit enough to play 60 minutes. So we're going to leave Armini at left back. And on the right-hand side, Condemi has come in for a start. Trincao had an absolute stinker last time out, so he's dropped to the bench. Let's get into it. There's a look at Lazio's lineup at 4-4-1-1. Fairly defensive, you'd think, for what's a home game for them, even though we share the stadium. Lazio are languishing a little bit, as you can see here. They're down in 12th place in the table. A win would only get them up to 10th. We're in 5th place. We could really do with a win right now if we're going to fight for those Champions League places, I think. And of course, there's still a chance, just about, we could catch the teams right at the very top. They'd need to go on a bit of a slump, though, and we'd have to go on a hell of a run. Highlight here starts with a Lazio free kick right on the halfway line. Somebody putting a tackle in here would probably be welcome. Let's get rid of that. Oh, Hannibal luckily didn't quite catch that finish. Maignan was able to gather it fairly easily. He should have done better there, I think. We have a highlight now. Our first highlight of the game after almost 38 minutes. It's not been a classic. Here comes Mesquita. Oh, just wide. Just wide. The keeper was nowhere near that. And so we're just about to reach half time. A very dull 0-0 at this stage. I think we need to get in and have a little word with the boys. I'm going to tell them we're not happy with what we've seen. Get them motivated. Get them back out for the second half. And a bit more oomph about them. I'm glad we showed you the United game. At least you saw some goals. If we'd just done the Lazio game, it would have been a very short episode, wouldn't it? Now, we do need to make some changes here. Mesquita, for the second game in a row, is picking up a 6.1 rating. That is not good enough. So we'll bring Andre Anderson on for him. And I think we're going to make one more change. I think Mulder's having a poor game at right back, and he's picked up a yellow card. So we'll bring Lirola on there. Hopefully, a bit more luck in the last 20 minutes of the games. We might see some highlights. Well, it doesn't look like we're going to see more highlights. We're into stoppage time already. And there it is. It's finished 1-1. I think we saw 2 highlights all game, didn't we? Good Lord, what a dull affair that was. So, if you're still awake after that game, where does that leave us? Well, we're in 4th place in the league, which is a Champions League spot. That's encouraging. We're on 57 points. 3 behind Inter, 5 behind Atalanta, and a further 3 behind Juventus. So what's that? 8 points behind them. 9 games to go. Yeah, I think that's going to be a bridge too far, but you never know. We might be able to sneak up into 3rd place. Obviously, we've got the Italian Cup final to come. That will be in a couple of episodes' time, I suppose. If we take a look at the schedule, you can see next up we got Inter Milan at home, then Torino, Fiorentina, Bari, and Chievo. So actually, maybe we'll just play through all of these and come back for the cup final. And then we can finish off the season with a couple of potentially easier games against 2 of the lesser teams in the league. So yeah, I think that's probably the best idea. We'll come back for the cup final next. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It's a disappointing result against Man United. And a very disappointing game against Lazio. Although I guess a point's not such a bad result. If you did enjoy it, please drop a like on there for me. And if you've got any comments about this episode or the series as a whole so far, I would love to see them below. And don't forget, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, come and hop on the Greenobus. There's plenty of room for you all. Just remains for me to thank you for watching, and I will see you soon for some more action here with Roma. Bye for now.